Summer Day. Come on, I need a set version. You are seeking the house that has never been told. We're seeking the house that's never been told. We gotta seek, y'all. Seeking. Keep seeking. Greetings, everyone. Oh, yes. We have some news to bring. We have some news to bring. Can I get a picture, please? Let me get a picture so I can show it on here. Reach your vision, yeah. Come on, walk this down easy street. Attract these angels in dreams and your prayers. Remember the tree or the children. Remember the visions and candles. Greetings and welcome to Sunday. We are here. Come on, walk this down. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, Mark, David, Dinas, Connie. I left you a text message. I love you. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Blessed rise. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining Chantasama Day. We are here about 20 minutes up to the hour. And I have an announcement. A family member of mine is missing in Stockbridge, Georgia. His name is Bilal. His mom is my sister in Christ. She's not a biological sister, but we are sisters. And her son is 19. He is missing. He's been missing from yesterday. And I want everybody to, his name is Bilal. And I think it was on my Instagram. She had posted him a picture of him and what he was wearing when he went missing. My son knows him, and I am let me see if I can. Oh, here it is. Her the mom's name is Dara. This is what he was wearing. So if you can see that, oh, wait, that's an ad. Let me go to it again. How do I pause this from moving? So let me just screenshot it so we can stay. So this is what he was wearing. Okay, he was wearing that. This is where he was last seen on the job site with his dad. And then he had a mental challenge that he left the job site and now he's missing. And this is in Atlanta. He's a young black male. This is scary. So I just wanted to preface the psalm with that. And to those who are mothers out there, we want to be able to, share that power of communication to righteousness, to God, to Lord, to Jesus. However you communicate on behalf of this family that their child is found. And Connie, yes, I do have braids, girl. Look, let me tell you the story about that, okay? A good friend of mine, I was on the phone with them and I was talking about getting braids, and they're like, no, your hair can't get braids and da da da. So I said, no, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try to get braids and see. So I looked it up and found out. I called the people, and my friend was on the phone when I was doing all this, and I found out. Thank you, Connie. I received that on behalf of the family. Um, and I said how much it's gonna cost. It's gonna be like 170 to get braids. And they jumped. They were like, I'm gonna support that. I'm gonna help you get your dream, even though I don't think it's gonna your hair can't do that. But they cash app me the same minute. I was like, what? $200. So when I got the cash app, I was like, what did you do that? I am not telling you anything anymore about stuff because you just, that is so kind. Anyway, I never got braids as an adult. As a child, I used to get braids, but as an adult, no. So this opportunity was supported by my good friend. Shout out to my good friend. Mwah, thank you. Because I wouldn't have done it. I don't got time for these things. Sitting 2 hours in a chair. Look at my video. I show the video of me getting my hair braided. So, yeah, my hair is braided. I have a wrap on. I'm not taking it off. It's tight. You see how tight it is? They really braided it to the scalp. So, thank you so much for noticing that about my braids. Even though I have my hair covered. But thank you so much. Argentina in the house. We got Argentina. Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Gaucho. What's happening, Gaucho? You good, dude? You good, bro? Okay. That's what they say, bro and stuff. I don't say that stuff. Thank you. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? I am on the eastern side of the North America. I was, you know, traveling, and now I'm here because classes are starting tomorrow. You see, uh, uh, poquito español, poquito. ¿Dónde está? Yes. You thumbs up to America. Okay, yes. We have to love. So I got that taken care of with my friend, my family, and their missing, son. Hi Joel from the USA. What part of the USA are you at? Tell me where you're watching from, everybody. So the other thing is I have to respond to Amanda Seals. I love you, Amanda. I love you, Amanda. Amanda Seals has a bonus question on her show. And the bonus question was, what would you, if you had 60 seconds with the president, what would you speak of? What would you say? And I said something that people don't want to hear. And the reason I said it is to make a point that we should not hate an individual person. The society wants us to hate. They want us to hate someone. We cannot. We have to look at the bigger picture and not at an individual person and put ourselves into judging them and stuff. You know what I mean? So I had an encounter with Donald, President Trump. I had an encounter with him when I was in my 20s. And he did something that I found was kind, and some people take it that he was doing that because he wanted to sleep with me. What the heck? People's minds go there places. So anyway, he held the door open for me when I was going into Trump Tower to an audition. Okay. Yeah. And he did that, and it was a long time ago. I didn't even know who he was in that extent, but he did that. And That's what I encountered with him. Other people have encountered something different. So, trampo el topo, ¿qué, qué dónde? Poquito español gaucho. So left that message on the bonus question. What I would speak to the president about is to just say thank you. That's it. Remember, when you give thanks, what comes? Bless. So I'm not getting into all this. I hate you. You're not a good man, and I'm gonna judge you and put you up to the firing squad and all this stuff. That's not me. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all want to do that? Go right ahead, but be careful. So you leave people alone. Creole King, what's happening? And Anton, that's a question that you don't even know me and you want to be my future husband. That's silly. Are you being silly? Anyway, uh, so I had to, preface the psalm. Greetings, Creole King 33. Greetings, my friend. So I had to preface the psalm with that, with my missing family member, Bilal, that the righteousness and goodness and mercy that is of the Most High God shelters and protects him wherever he is. Okay. And when I look at the psalm today, it's that's our fortress. That righteousness is our fortress. Okay. I am a doctor of philosophy, Pastor Paul. Blessed greetings to you, Pastor Paul, and welcome to Chanta Sama Day, where we liberate the words. Literacy liberates. Okay, so we want to liberate the word and give the people that meaningful food, right? Okay. Creole King, thank you so much. I received that. I thank you so much for your kind words. But let me tell you, you never judge a book by the cover. Listen to my Chanta Psalm and see how this person that you see on the outside is. Hey, L. Stephen, what's happening? Good yester morrow, sister of the brethren, blessed. Blessed greetings to you. So the psalm today is a plea for our missing brethren, our missing brother, Bilal, as well as for those who are out there hating people in office or people in their lives, or hate, just hating. Don't hate. Do not hate folks. Do not judge folks by their behaviors, by their words. Don't just leave them alone. You're putting yourself into an entanglement. Just send good healing vibes and let them alone. Okay, I'm not going to get on the I hate Trump bandwagon. I'm not going to be a hater. Okay, I'm going to love, and that's it. And you can talk about me, whatever you want to talk about, that I am fake and I'm whatever, but this is who I am. I'm going to love. Okay, I'm going to love even the person who does not love. I'm going to love because they maybe need to know how. You got to be the example, right? So stay on that space, stay in that space of love. So righteousness is our fortress. Okay, what is that? Righteousness is our fortress. Bottom line. That is what is going to keep you. So when you speak about serving God, serving Lord, serving Jesus, Gaucho, stop it. Be nice. Be nice. Okay. When you speak about that, you have to be about that. Okay. A lot of times we have knowledge and information, but we do not do anything with it. We're not putting it into practice. How are you putting it into practice? Are you holding the door open for someone? Are you being kind to a neighbor? Are you being kind to someone? And explaining to them in a kind way, this is how you feel, and not cursing folks out. You know what I'm talking about? We have to begin to go into that space. So the Psalm today, 46, really is about that because it speaks of that fortress, that space that is occupied, solidified, and boom, powerfully mounted in strength. So that knowledge now gives you the power to make a change, to make a change, make a change, make a change for the betterment of your life. Okay? For the betterment of your life. So when we talk about the Psalm today, righteousness is our fortress. And the verse today, Philippians, James and Philippians. So James chapter 4 verse 10, humble yourselves before righteousness, and righteousness will lift you up. Boom, drop it. Drop the mic on that one. Oh my goodness. So humble yourselves, okay? Humble yourself. That's not nice, AW. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not humbling yourselves before righteousness. Because when you humble yourself before righteousness, you're going to be lifted up. You're gone down into a low energy. Ireland. Hi, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Connie. Connie is on the case, so you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better lay low. Belfast, Northern Ireland. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining all the way from Ireland. I am delighted that you are here. Yeah, some people look for attention. And that's not a good attention. You know what I mean? Let's have good attention where you do something good. Like what? Anton. That's good attention. Telling me, beautiful woman you are. Thank you. I receive it. I receive it. Full-heartedly. I receive it. Anyway, eres un hermosa. AW, be nice. Okay? It's important to be nice, and talking stuff like that is not nice. That's TMI. Too much information. Let's lift up AW. That AW is lifted up according to James. Humble yourself, right? Before righteousness. Okay? So, yeah. Humble yourself before righteousness because you're going to be lifted up. Okay? You're going to be lifted up. And being lifted up is where you want. Don't you want to be lifted up? Okay, so that's important. Let me turn myself this way here. Thank you for liking this video. Oh my gosh, 7 likes already. Come on, let's get up to 10. I'm shooting for 10 likes, y'all. And then I'm going to take this off. AW, it's not me lifting you up, honey. It's your own goodness and mercy that you give that's going to lift you up. Nobody else can do that for you. Remember that. It's you. You are the one. So that's the verse of the day coming from James. I need 7 for the rest to go. I'm not taking nothing off. Boy, bye. Girl, bye. I got 8 likes, so it's coming. 10 likes I'm going to take off so you guys can see my braids. Okay? So let's see if we get to 10 likes. So finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right. Okay, that was yesterday. Okay, here we go. Humble yourselves before the Lord. Yesterday was Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Talking about everyone on here. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right. We did that yesterday. But today is talking about humble yourselves. Okay? I know you had to try almost 10. Come on, we need 10 likes so I can take off my crown wrap and you can see my braids. Thank you to my good friend for providing the braids, the money for my braids. Yes, that's a supportive friend. Isn't that supportive friend? Yes, thank you, Creole King 33. I like to read scriptures with my crown covered because this signifies that the head of me is the Most High, the righteousness and mercy that is of a higher source, right? That is why I commune in that way to really get that relationship solid. Because the psalm today is about fortress. What is a fortress? Isn't it a solid building? It's solid. So the verse today kind of pushes us toward the psalm today as well as the word today, generous, because my friend was generous to give of herself, to me. You wanted you guys behave. AW Creole King, behave yourselves. Okay? Okay. Okay. I don't know how to do that stuff. Okay? Do I get your attention? Behave. Humble yourself. Look at that. This is the verse today. Humble yourselves before righteousness, and righteousness will lift you up. Okay? Do you want to be lifted up? Up, Connie is talking about it. So AW, you have to behave because Connie is the moderator for the show. And I trust her judgment because she's a queen. And as I am too a queen, we have to respect the queens now. Okay? You want it, you got to give it. So the verse today coming from James, humble yourself before the Lord, before righteousness, before goodness is important, for you will be lifted up. And then in terms of being generous with your kindness, you are giving an open heart, right? And you are generous. You give with an open heart. This is, you give with an open heart, okay? And the word today is brought to us by 2 Corinthians chapter 2, or 2 Corinthians chapter 9, rather, verse 6. 296. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. The point is this. The one who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. The one who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So when you give generously, you're going to get in return, you will also reap generously. So my friend, she needs to play some kind of lotto, I'm telling you, because she gave me $200. And that's hard to come by, $200. That's a lot. That's not a little. People work and sweat hard for their shmonis. And when they give and they give generously, like I need a mermaid tail. My mermaid tail is about $2,000 for my mermaid tail. And it's going to be beautiful, y'all. You're going to love it. So I need help to get it. I need help. I need a donor. I need a sponsor. I need a supporter for my black mermaid tail, right? So generously, this is an example my friend gave. I want someone to match her $200 and match it with $2,000. Not, add a couple zeros to that 200. Someone out there will do it. Let's see who it's going to be. So when I put that mermaid tail on, that shout out to whoever. Hey, Rafael Rosales. Rafael, you came just in time, Rafael. because guess what? I need your help. I need to get my mermaid tail like today. I need to order it and have them get it fitted, get it my measurements to them and let them fit it. Go to my GoFundMe. It's on there. Please support it. It's going to make the children happy. Oh, good question. Why do I need a mermaid tail exactly? Well, I am bringing The Black Mermaid, a story that I wrote, to life this summer. The character of the Black Mermaid that I wrote is coming to life this summer. She came to life a couple summers ago, 3 summers ago. I got a mermaid tail. I am chanting the San Raphael, and we're talking about generous. That's the word today brought to us by 2 Corinthians, talking about the one who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. But when you sow bountifully and you donate to my Black Mermaid tail and donate to me, don't talk about you want to marry me and you want me to be your future husband. Come on, show me by giving a donation. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay? Do that. Show me. So that's what we're doing here at Raphael. Yes. So check out my Black Mermaid. It's going to be amazing because she may have braids. I may put extensions in to show the flowing Black Mermaid seaweed colored hair. And you get to see me. You get to swim with the Black Mermaid. You get to take pictures with the Black Mermaid this summer 2025. My students who I work with, they're going to be swimming with the Black Mermaid when they register for my workshop. So that's an added thing happening. So be generous. Be generous. So the word today, generous, speaks about keeping your heart open, elevates your experience of generosity. So when you give begrudgingly, like, I got to give her a donation, fearful of not having enough for yourself, you are not being truly generous. Okay? You're going to have enough for yourself because you're going to be provided. So there is joy and trust in being generous. There's a joy in knowing there is no lack at the level of righteousness. And being generous, your generosity impulses are your way of demonstrating your faith in truth. Okay? You place your trust in righteous truth that as you give, you also receive. So generosity is a spiritual practice. So my friend was generous and my friend put the knowledge into practice by giving that, right? And it's a commitment to fully participating in the flow of life. My friend participated in that flow of life by being generous and giving. You too can give. You too can be generous and give and participate in the flow of life. So as you give generously, you receive the richness of grace, love, and a tranquility. Okay? And you relax into the flow of synchronicity and receive unexpected bless. Things are going to be like, how did that happen? Oh, I donated to this lady and look at what has come to me. So generosity is the gift you give to yourself. Okay. So it's not begging. I'm not begging. I'm just asking. Ask and you shall receive. And I'm asking honestly. So it's up to you to receive that however and to act accordingly. But thank you for liking this video. And thank you for listening to the word today, generous. Generous. This is from dailyword.com. We are actually right now at the 8 minutes after the top of the hour. So wherever you are, it's the 8 minutes after that hour. Okay. So The word today, generous, is brought to us again by 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. Read it, check it out. Let's now go to the psalm today. And the psalm today is beautiful, y'all. Righteousness is our fortress. I love it. So the refuge and the safety, okay, righteousness is that for me. It's my safety and my strength. I find strength in righteousness. We are already 9 likes. Well, AW, it's not good to judge folks and say, label them in those ways. You have to be respectful, because it shows that when you're disrespectful, it shows your disrespect of yourself and your lack of self-love for yourself. So let's shout out to AW to lift AW up into knowing that when you speak things out to people and label them, it speaks more about who you are than who they are. So be careful about doing that, okay? My Mermaid Tale, there is a story. It's a copywritten story. It's an entire series. It's a children's book. It's a doll that comes with it. It's all of that. And you'll get to see it, AW, one day. Tune in. You may see me on Good Morning America one day talking about it. Okay. So thank you, Connie, for timing out AW. Thank you so much for being the queen that you are and for being part of my team. And you are not afraid to stand up for what's right. And that's what I need. Somebody who's strong. I don't need any weak folks on my team now. I need strong folks. And I'm gathering strong folks. I have some folks on the island who is collecting the noonie fruit. They're soldiers on the island who are helping me, supporting me, my family, my mom, my sisters. I have my good friend Laverne. Shout out to her. She goes and make sure my office is tidy and ready for me when I come to work in the summertime. So I am got a team now. So don't mess. Don't come on here with the mess. Because righteousness, I ask that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart is acceptable in the sight of what is righteous. And righteousness is a fortress. It's the strength. So that's where I am going to ask for acceptance. You may not accept me. You may, whatever you may think about me, but it's important to ask the person. Don't assume and don't think you know a person. Ask. You might find out more about a person when you ask. not in a interrogative way, but you're asking. Okay. We need 10 likes. I only got 8. What's happening? It went up. It was 9. Now it went down to 8. Okay, y'all. So, the braids are starting to itch like back here. But anyway, that strength is the safety, right? And it's a very present strength in time of trouble. So in this Psalm 46, verse 2, you're not going to be afraid when the earth gives away, the mountains are moved into the heart of the sea, the waters roar and foam. All these things happen. You're not going to be afraid. Selah. Amen and amen again, right? There is a river, okay, that has streams. Oh, excuse me. And this river is probably the Nile they're talking about. And it makes glad the city of God. It makes glad the place of righteousness. There's a sacred habitation of the Most High. It's sacred. Look at that. My hand is itching right there. Donations are coming in. Thank you for your donation. So there is a river that has streams that are make glad this place of righteousness. So there's a sacred habitation of the Most High. And that Most High, that righteousness, is in the midst. It's in the midst. And it shall not be moved into wrongness. It's in the midst. Because righteousness will strengthen when that rise dawns. Okay? The sun hasn't come out yet. It's only 14 minutes after the hour. It's early in the rise. So we don't see that yet. But that strength, when you see that sunrise, is the most beautiful thing to see. The nations are raging. The places of royalty are tottering, and righteousness utters, a voice. The voice of righteousness makes this sound, the earth melts. And, this righteousness is hosts. It's a host. It's like it's the hostess with the mostest, that righteousness. And that righteousness is a God. It's that God of Jacob. That's, if you read about Jacob, you'll see what Jacob had to go through. That is the fortress, that one that Jacob served. So come, it speaks of in verse 8, and behold the works of righteousness, how that work of the goodness and mercy of the Lord, that is righteousness, has brought desolations on the earth, as well as making wars to cease to the end of the earth. Okay? And breaking the bow and shattering the spear and burning the chariots with fire. So in verse 10, it speaks to be still. You see these folks on here talking about this and talking about that, people calling, leaving vicious voicemails, etc. Verse 10 is be still. Be still and know that righteousness is God, that mercy is God, compassion is God, loyalty is God, royalty is God, grace is God, long suffering is God, forgiveness is God. This is what God is. It's an operational definition. How does it operate? And that will be exalted among the nations. Righteousness is the only thing that can exalt a nation. Okay? It's going to be exalted in the earth, because that righteousness is a host. It hosts. It's with us. It is it is that righteousness of Jacob that's our fortress, Selah. So this psalm ends with the reminder of other ones that came before that have rested assured on that one, that righteousness, that goodness, that mercy. And that one that also brought desolations on the earth. That one is also dreadful. People say God is love, and yeah, God is love, yeah, but guess what? God is also going to whip your ass, right? God is also going to put things right if God's got to take things out to make things right. Just like Jesus went into the temple and turned the money tables upside down and said, what the heck? Jesus was a rebel. You think, when I look at stories of Jesus and the things that Jesus stood for, what do you think Jesus would talk about today? How people following idols, spending money on idols, worshiping other people, instead of worshiping what is righteous, what is good from within. So we have a tendency to, go in ways that are not ways of righteousness. That's not for me to judge you. That's not for you to judge me. I'm going to be the example. Okay? Someone attacks me, um, uh, um, whatever they, leave, voicemails and all that kind of stuff. Guess what? I am not going to retaliate. I am going to what? Be still. Verse 10. And know that I am God, that I am righteous. I am a child of God. I serve that one. And I am not a judge and jury and executioner of anybody. So I look at the bigger picture. So I wanted to share, where is it? This is a book that I got from Barnes and Noble, and as an educator, I have a certain discount as a professor. So I have this book. It's daily, okay, daily. So every day, and today is the 26th. So today's daily word in this book is I shall not want. I shall not want, right? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. And what is the Lord? Righteousness shepherds you. Righteousness is a shepherd. I shall not want. Righteousness makes a resting place in green pastures for I and I. And righteousness leads I and I beside still waters. Righteousness restores I and I life. Righteousness leads I and I in paths of righteousness, for righteousness' name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of devils, as we see that's coming on this live, even though I walk through the shadow of devils, death, despair, depression, all the D's, I will fear no evil. For righteousness is with I and I, and righteousness' rod and staff comfort I and I. Psalm 23, verse 1 to 4 is our daily word today. Okay? And the communication to righteousness is, dear righteousness, or dear Lord, I thank you for giving me everything I need and more than I want. This is so true. I have been given everything I need and more than I want. I praise you for your comforting words and your promise. For nothing, your promise that nothing could ever pluck me out of your hand. All I need in life is you. Amen. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So all I need in life is righteousness. That's all I need. And when individuals do not hold that same love for righteousness, beginning with the love for themselves, taking care of themselves, eating right, doing the right thing to their bodies, that is the beginning of your relationship with righteousness. That's your beginning of your relationship with that power that the Psalm 46 talks about as being a fortress. Okay, we have 44 minutes. I am so glad we are finished. Not glad that we're finished, but I'm glad that we are at a good time. I didn't get 10 likes, so I'm not going to take my wrap off for y'all to see my braids. So that's not going to happen. But I'm gonna leave with this. Don't hate people. Do not hate folks. Okay? Don't hate the president. Don't hate the governors. Don't hate the political opponents. Don't hate, period. Okay? Don't judge people and say they're not a good person. Don't judge folks because you have also fallen short of the glory. There's no one on earth that is perfect. Everyone is under the influence of racist ideologies because they grew up in the USA, and in the USA you've taught to hate. You taught to hate. You taught that. Okay, you taught to dislike differences and to crucify those who are different. You are taught that way. I don't crucify those who are different. You're different. You can, I'll still gonna send a shout out and still send kind words, but that's as far as you can go. You're up 10 likes. 10 likes. Oh goodness, I said I'm gonna take it off. So 10 likes. Here we go. You're gonna stay over there on that side because I look at a person's ability to love themselves and take care of themselves, they're going to take care of me. But if they're not taking care of themselves, they're not eating the right way, they're not living in the right way for themselves, how can they be that for me? They're going to then take me down there. And I'm not going down there. No. I want to elevate. And in elevation, like an elevator going up, you're going to be lifted up. Just according to our word today, our verse today rather, humble yourselves before the Lord, and the Lord will lift you up. Who is the Lord? The Lord is righteousness, goodness, mercy, love, and kindness, and all of those things. So that's what the Lord is. Selah and Selah again. Everyone have a blessed day, y'all. Have a blessed day. Look at it. Oh goodness, what message is hell for review? Take care. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Chanta Sama Day. I'll see you next time. Remember, stand in love, don't fall in it.